he was had 2 dates, so I selected Lorang for the BNF source, which is important, and I trust more SBL. As I think this is a more high quality source. What I will do now is I will try to find in the scan books of Svensk Porträttarkiv. So what you do then is that you select porträttbok, and they have scanned the book Tvåkammarriksdagen. And then we should see if we can find Harald Harlén in Tvåkammarriksdagen. And the good thing about that is that then we get it I riksdagen kallad. So we get one hit now here, 8403. 8403. So they confirmed the other date. And we check here, we can see that Hallén I Torrskoga is he called. So then we create that name, Hallén I Torrskoga. I add Torrskog, senare Arvika. So that means that I add this att även känns som alias. And then we have also Arvika. The names here is used for machine learning and so on to find when people are called by other names. What we have done now is that we also have created a specific name form used in riksdagen. So if I go and check for Julius Hagström, that I did last, we can see that I'm running Swedish nu, so namn. Then we have namn I riksdagen kallad. So here we have added in Wikidata that this name form has the role I riksdagen kallad, used in riksdagen, and then it's the number 1. In Hallén case, we will have 2 names. So then we have said ordering number. And what I think could be interesting is to get the dates from 2 also. And the source for this is Tvåkammarriksdagen. So what I do now is I copy this is some gadget I have, so I can copy things between. I get the wrong name here, but I say, there we have it. So it's not Hagström, it's that guy. And what we also say is that the source for this is Tvåkammarriksdagen, and hopefully it's the scanned version is down here. I will also add SBA, as we have SBA as an external identifier. I add that to the Wikidata object. We have now said that this is confirmed by Tvåkammarriksdagen, so I also steal this one, because Tvåkammarriksdagen is then a good description of this person. So I do like that. We have here, we have that he is described by Svensk Biografiskt Lexikon. And now I have added Tvåkammarriksdagen, and then I have the source up here. So then I take another gadget I have and say copy this one down here. And then we can also see what other facts is confirmed by this source. And it says it's a Socialdemokrat. What lesson learned is, I'm not a domain specialist, is that the social democrats are easy. They are the same party. But other people are changing party all the time. So I think we need better linked data for that. So Socialdemokrat is confirmed by Riksarkivet and confirmed by this. And now we can see what dates do they confirm. 29 to 60, they confirm. They confirm 25 to 28. They confirmed 21. And do they confirm the 12, 21? Yes. This was odd. And then we see that he is a politician. That's confirmed because he's in this book. And then it says it's communist there. And then I do, as a non-domain specialist, I just say it's oppressed. Vi kan see that he's Arvika Västra, and här they say Arvika Östra. So we say that SPL is the preferred, but then we say Arvika Östra församlingen. And if I should do it correct, then I would like to check it up in the church books. But I don't spend so much time now on things like this. 1st September 67. Yes, confirmed. And they say Klara. So that's confirmed. And they say 1984. So that's confirmed. So that means that now we have confirmed Hallén. We have added one form of Hallén in Torrskoga. So then we should add the other name form also. It's Hallén I Arvika. And what I do then is that I go down to this. Here I add another entry. I say it's Swedish. This is a multilingual field. And then we can say that this person has object, has role, and then we can say it's I riksdagen kallad, and then we say he's ordering number 2. But it would be excellent if we could get dates when it start be used. I think that would be cool for others. And then I do a refresh of this page, and when I have done a refresh, I can use this copy function to say that it's the same source. We have a picture of this person. But we don't have a catalog for him. So what I do is that we say this Harald Hallén is got a unique name, I think. So I create a new container for him. And in this container I say, please use the Wikidata data about him. And he will display this one. So he don't know what Wikidata object it is. I go over to Wikidata. Oops. Here, now we are on Hallén. And then we say Hallén is connected to Wikicommons, where we have the pictures in this category. And then when I go over here and do a purge of the cache, he will say that we get the data from Wikidata. I have written a script so I can do a search in Svenskt Porträttarkiv. No, it was a bad search, I realized. See if we can change it and do 1884. He takes the name of this category. No good one. Then we have to do a manual search. That's normally better. So the name is Harald Hallén. See if we can find. Here we can see this could be the correct person, I guess. Yes. So then they have all those pictures, and I'm a rough person also. I say this is the same person. And when I have clicked on those persons, they are uploaded here, and you can see it's the correct person. And this is all good old pictures. The only one I'm a little bit unsure of is this Svenskt Porträttarkiv, if it's copyright free or not. because they have, it says it's done in 1970, the latest. But I think it's more books, so we have to check that. So what they have done here is that we have now said that Harald Hallén has this ID in Svenskt Porträttarkiv. And you can see they have done OCR reading of the text up here. The OCR reading is then used machine learning to populate those fields. So what I say now is his name is not Fremst Om. That's can't be. It's Harald Martin. So then I do Harald Martin. And the rest seems okay. So then I do confirm. When I confirm this, all those marks goes away. As we have connected this picture from Wikidata, I have a plugin up here where we can click on that one, and he will find out that Wikidata is Q number, and then you get the attributes from there, but you also get all other connections. So we can see that he is in Alvin as Harald Hallén. The cool thing here is that they don't have an external identifier because we have done the work. So what we have done is that we have added Alvin Person to him. And we have the GND, that's the German library. And the cool thing they have done is that this GND ID is used by other libraries also. So then we can jump to Bayerische Staatsbibliothek and so on and so on. And ISNI, we have Libris also. So this is the old Libris ID. And we don't have the new one, that's odd. So the new one is this one, I think. Is this? No, it's not Hallén. So then I can add that. We have done, which I think is correct because I did it, added the Libris ID. Here we have Libris URI. It was here, but it was not displayed. Odd. So we had it here. This is the old ID, P9906, and P5587 is the new ID. They changed system. They did a linked data open system, but I think it's not as good as it could be. And we can see that we have the Swedish article here, and we have in some other language. Some smaller language like this one are using Wikidata to display, create a page. So I think this is a Wikidata created page. So here we have maybe Svenskt Porträttarkiv, the link, and we have to Libris and so on. And the text could be auto-generated here. I think it's just the library references. I don't even understand what language it is. They can't even translate it. Cool. So what we have done now is that we have Harald Hallén. The problem we have with this plugin here is that the URL, no, it worked. Cool. So they can find out that this ID here with %3A67 is the ID to Alvin found in Wikidata. Uppsala University, maybe it's called, or I don't know where it is. Here we have it, Uppsala University. So they found that we can stand in Alvin who doesn't know anything about Wikidata or SPL or ISNI, and also link to other external things. And this plugin has been written by a researcher in Australia, which is a good coder. So what we can do now is that we can jump to Wikidata, to Wikipedia, and to Wikipedia Commons. And Commons is where we have the pictures. So what I can do now is that we can start import the pictures. This plugin I have written, which is not magic yet. So what I have to do now is, this is an upload page, and for example, say that we will upload this picture. So then I do it in a rough way. I take the ID and then I set the name by hand. And I did it wrong, so and now I do upload, and that means that with one click I can upload it to here, and then we have it, this picture, and we have it in this catalog in Wiki Commons. And if you are in Wikipedia, you have Wikimedia Commons as a link here. So you can see the picture here. The picture is coming from Wikidata because it's used this template here. Wikimedia Commons is here where we have those pictures. But what we can do now, as I have prepared this thing, what I do now is that I confirm also the rest of this data, and we say that, see if I move over here. Harald Hallén, and then we have, what I do now is that as I open up all those people, I have said that this is our entry in Wikidata. I also add all the other pictures. So I take, say, same as. The wrong design they have done in Svenskt Porträttarkiv is that they sorry, have a unique ID per picture, but they don't have for the person. So what we do is that we link one picture, and then inside SPA, Svenskt Porträttarkiv, you can say that things are same as. So if we do this and check in the API of so now we have said that this picture is depicting the same person as in other places here. And if I go up to this one, I think this object here is connected to Wikidata, and then we get this Svenskt Porträttarkiv, but I also get the API here. So if we check in the API, which means that I take the ID and this API endpoint, and we go further down, I think we have here a same portrait as. So now all the IDs of the other portraits are stored in this API. Here you have the OCR text, and on suggestions you have what they used for machine learning, extracting from this text. And then you can see further up here, you can see that I did this 729. I confirm links to other portals. So all the things I have done is in the API with my name and so on. So that's rather cool. What we have done now is, if I do a refresh on this page, we have two pictures here, and see if I can add some more. Maybe this is a new one. The cool thing which Wiki Commons does is, if I try to upload the same, they warn like this. So this one I already has uploaded. If I do a refresh on this page, we can see now that it's related to this other page. And we can see that this one is not confirmed, but we can see at the bottom it's related to the other so I say confirm all this data, it looks good, and then I do my hard-coded way of uploading. So I say upload this picture, and then we need to give it a unique name in Wikidata. Maybe that is in Wikicommons, sorry. So now this picture is uploaded. Done, and we can see that we now have in this container we have 4 pictures. I do one more, I think. This is the same, so then we just skip it. This Omar who has scanned 800,000 pictures, he has scanned some duplicates. And I also guess that most all the photo archives reused the picture, so the same picture was on more places. So what's happening now is that we are uploading a 4th picture. So what we can see now is that we are in Wikicommons, we have 4 pictures. What has happened now is that we have a connection to Wikidata here, and Wikidata number is this Q number. What we have done now is that we have Wikimedia has implemented something called the Wikibase, which is their own Wikidata but just for pictures. So that means that we can say that those pictures here are depicting this person up here. So I say select all. This is a plugin that someone has built. And then we say use Harald Hallén and set the depict. So what we do now is that we, in the machine readable way, say that this picture here, oops, I did a mistake. This picture here called Harald Hallén JPG is depicting the Harald Hallén who's in Wikidata. And the technical term for this is semantic interoperability. That means that a person in Wikicommons is the same person in Wikidata. And the semantic interoperability means that one system, Wikicommons, can explain for another system, Wikidata, that they have the same object. Semantic interoperability. And that's what we need to have. So if we check this is Harald Hallén, and to access the wiki base, we copy this URL. And if I say this is the unique ID, if I just click on that one, we will see the picture. But if I force it to show the machine readable form, I add JSON. So then we can see the unique number here. We can see that it's P180, which is depict, and it depicts this Q number. So we have now also a query interface for Commons. So you can ask, give me all pictures depicting a person and so on. And you can have more objects. You can say that this person which is depicting is the same as in some other archive or what it is. You can also, see if we can go back here, say that this person here is in this area. So now I add this. Oh, I need to be logged in. Sorry. I have so much plugins, so I need to take away that one, and then we log in. So, and then we go back, I think. It's the easy way, and then we say we are logged in now. So then I say add region, and then we say use this region. So what I did now was that I said that in this region is he depicting. So if we go back to this picture here, I think I have this plugin, so we can see that he is inside this picture. And if we look into the metadata, it now says relative position, 10% in, 10% down, 80%, and so on. So this is a relative position. And if we do what I did lately, and I think maybe I have it in the, no, I don't have. If you check in the API, in the JSON, we will see the same numbers, hopefully. So now you have this P2677, says 10% in, percent down, wide 80%, and so on. So that's also an interesting way. And what we try to look into now is if we can do data round tripping. I have written about the possibilities in an article about runestones. See if I can find it here. There we have. And what I have done here is I have written how runestones picture can be displayed on a map and so on. And this is the metadata from Wikicommons. So then we have we can see if we can find the query. For example, what I have done here is that, no, that's the wrong. Here, I ask Wikidata, give me all runestones that are described in Litteraturbanken. So we have in Wikidata, we have the relationship between a object about the runestone and Litteraturbanken. We also have in Litteraturbanken more different books. It took time. Maybe it's timing out. The answer of the question will be something like this. See if we can get it. So then you get all the different books where you can select what book you would like to see the runestones, and the color of the dot is, oh, it timed out. Where it's described. So for example, this is the Wikidata object of Hovlandstenen, and here you have the picture. And then you can see in Litteraturbanken it's described on this Earl, and that is in one of those books. So it's purple, and then maybe it is Värmlands runskrifts. Looks like the query interface is getting timing out. Sad. We skip that. But what I described in this article is also that we have the possibility now to do queries to something like that. So then we can see if we can. It's a beta interface. So here we have the query saying that please give me all the pictures with P1260, which is a runic database, and then say give me the picture here. And now it looks like we have changed the Earl. Oh, bad session. We skipped that. See if we can we get it timeout again here. So that's sad. But here is the query which is done, and that's saying give everything that is described by source Litteraturbanken, and give me back what reference we have to different books. See if we can send. Oh, it's wrong. Skip this. So here I've been showing you that you have this picture. This picture has metadata in something called Wikibase, which is a copy of Wikidata. This machine, this data is readable, machine readable, and we can see that it also depicts, saying that it depicts the people in Wikidata, and in Wikidata we have all those sources here. And now we have ranked this source, saying that now we have two trusted sources, Tvåkammarriksdagen and Svensk Biografis, saying that he is from 1884. What we can do also is that we can, if we take Selma Lagerlöf, what normally I do, which take a lot more time, is that you can confirm person with the church books. The sad thing with an open platform like this is that everyone can do whatever they want. So you can see here we have 22 references to when she was born, and most of them I don't trust. So if we look here, we have when she was born, we have to the church book. I have to open up Firefox for that, I think. Here it is. I have some problem with that platform, looks like. Here it's coming. Maybe it needs upgrade. So, which is I think, this is the primary source of her birth certificate. So what I wrote about, and here we can see, and maybe Selma is down here, Selma Ottilia. So this is the correct, if I update it, whoops. So what I feel is that we get Find a Grave and less good sources, which is sad. So here we have a problem with the design of Wikidata. I think that we should have one more layer, say that a source like X is more trusted than another source. I asked this question to to the person designing Wikidata, and he also agreed about that. The problem is mostly with more famous people like Selma Lagerlöf, and where people are active adding things. So we can see that Sunnes och födelseplats, here we have two also, we can more backa we can say. So then I do this to preferred, and so on and so on. And here we also have death date, father, we have folkräkningen. So this is another way of referencing a source. Works rather good. Problem here is the same. They have text string for församling, so we need to guess what they mean. Better would be if they have unique objects and linked data. So stop for this time.